Hi there, welcome to Apple World. Erica Mena and her ex Safaree Samuels, however, it seems there is not as much change between them. Erica just shot Safaree for being a terrible dad to their kids, guaranteeing that he is supposedly a threat to their children. However, that is not all. She likewise uncovered him for being fixated on his ex, Nicki Minaj, asserting that he is not yet following Nicki. More than 10 years after they separated, Kid Erica went in severe with Safaree. And young lady, let me let you know, she gobbled him straight up. Erica and Safaree got married in 2019, but they got separated in 2021. Their marriage was a train wreck, yet essentially, it created two charming children and discussed their children. Erica has demanded that Safaree wasn't precisely Father of the Year with regards to their children since he was a dead bear father, even while they were hitched. Look, what I'm attempting to say is this. No, ain't no boo, you wanna move forward, and bae, you should be a daddy. Safaree didn't change after the separation, and on an episode of Adoration and Hip Bounce, Erica figured out the thing Safaree would be paying her in youngster support, since she generally has actual authority over the children on the grounds that they're still extremely youthful. In any case, she figured out that she would just be getting $435 for the two children, and, well, she didn't take it. Well, are you joking with me now? Well, this monetary burden with my kids is all on me. That is unreasonable. When a man shows you who he is, you want to trust him. When anyone shows you who they are, you want to accept them, as he doesn't need to $4,000 could seem like a major load of cash to us customary people. Yet we should not neglect it. Neglect it. We're discussing celebrity as celebrities here. And in addition, we realize how sumptuous Safaree lives, so he's stinging for cash. Bringing two children up in their reality would cost far more than that. $4,000 most likely wouldn't cover the caretaker, not to mention different costs anyway, on the grounds that they decided to take the mediation course rather than a run of the mill. Separation court, it was basically impossible for her to battle the case. It didn't end there, since in another episode Erica guaranteed that Safaree was scarcely seeing their children. Quit harming me. Please, particularly cause you realize I extremely truly adored you. I'm dealing with our kids, stop this. Damages me, it channels me. I'm getting more fit, yet that young man is such a lot of like you, despite the fact that he seemed as though he got his butt. I'm continuously going to love you. We are kids together, but I truly merit a break. My sisters, you folks have helped me down through this for genuine. It is all what it is. Meiji misses you. Legendary moves each time we play your melodies. You might not have an association, but rather, that is your child. That last part drives it home. Safaree is a dead bear father who's not even associated with his own children. He doesn't appear to set aside a few minutes for them. Erica, despite everything, has the nerve to boo Shakina at the point when she gets down on him. And right when you figure he was unable to sink any lower, his response to Erica's breakdown takes the sea by the day's end. Talking right presently it's simply an exercise in futility as well. Much harm has been done. I don't take a gander at her, she doesn't appear to be identical. And we just got to figure out how to simply continue on sound, while it appears as though Safaree is putting forth more attempt to see their children, yet dislike he's doing a great deal on the grounds that is indicated by Erica. He isn't taking legitimate consideration of their children when he has them. She as of late took to Instagram to shoot him for being terrible father. She said, I've truly been saving you for such a long time. However, that's it, you love web-based entertainment consideration. So here it is, you currently go a long time at a time, and not seeing these children by decision, you went 2 months this last go-round. You at last spring up at Legends B-Day with nothing, and never proposing to pay half for anything like generally you came for your speedy once at regular intervals, photograph an open door with them and skip. Pu at long last chosen to get them this previous Saturday. Legend came here, with his hair interlaced as of now plainly. It should have been taken out, she however me simply expecting since the supposed aunt and grandmother was visiting the area my child will be great. Right, how could it be that nobody remembered to take my child twists out and wash his hair, particularly since he was in and out of a chlorine pool? Sister Safaree, you have no issue ensuring you a terrible beat constantly for what reason? Might my children at any point be dressed and prepared appropriately as I accomplish for you when you have them? A piece of being a terrible bee is truly dealing with your children. So this is where I define the boundary. You realize I can happen for quite a long time with all the resentful is. You don't accomplish for your children since you believe it's a way method for harming me. However, not preparing and appropriately dressing your children each time you have them is simply really terrible. She likewise posted photos of their children's hair, and I won't lie, the child's hair looks quite awful. What I will as of now be having an eat is the manner in which you deliberately dress my children so messy and modest in light of the fact that you realize that is the one thing I invest wholeheartedly and externally in their schooling. You in a real sense fail to help them beyond kid support. You don't pay for school. You don't pay for medical care. Yet you guarantee you sell it. Their exercises. You never really chip in to help for their birthday celebrations. You, in a real sense, avoided Christmas and Safaree's birthday altogether this year. What you could basically do when you have them is invest wholeheartedly in that and really put in some exertion. You got this cash, so you told the world, and you got this multitude of precious stones. However, for what reason is it that when you have your children, they stroll around, seeming as though grandmother and aunt did not want to snatch a search for your children? Sister, young lady Erica, was prepared to take it the entire way there with Safaree since she kept on hauling him for Phil and uncovering him for being horrendous while playing the ideal dad to their children via online entertainment. She said, Sister Safaree, you at last chose to mind kids Saturday, and by Monday you calling yourself placing them in day camp. You realize I pay $2,700 every month for their schooling alone. That is lasting through the year. You know how I'm tied in with keeping their brain animated. You know I'm enthusiastic about them having a daily practice, assuming you was going to take them to simply just put them someplace irregular. Why not carry them to the school you assisted me with selecting yet don't pay for, however you scarcely see them for all intents and purposes, and it's late spring. Why aren't you enjoying your children? You never truly see, despite the fact that you live 30 minutes away. For what reason might they at any point be dressed and prepared appropriately when they are with you, kid? This is some untidy, muddled circumstance, and Safaree actually needs to improve in light of the fact that this ain't it yet. That is not all, since it seems as though Safaree could in any case be hung up on his ex Nicki Minaj. Nicki and Safaree dated for 14 years, and their separation was muddled without a doubt. Safaree attempted to guarantee that Nicki was savage to him, saying, "Recall the night you cut me and I nearly kicked the bucket. The police and emergency vehicle needed to take me out of the lodging on a cot, and I needed to lie and let them know I was attempting to commit suicide so they wouldn't bring you to prison when things like that begin happening. At least a time or two now is the right time to plunge." Nicki then blamed him for taking from her expression, "You took my card and let me know you thought it was a record with free cash that I had barely any familiarity with. On God, will strike you down and something else for lying. Quit saying you pressed and left on Jesus. You came to my home crying, asking to go with me to Europe to the Emas. I said no faker, except for it seems as though Safaree is as yet pungent in light of the fact that in a new interview he discussed how the separation with Nicki near lie destroyed his life since no one needed to work with him after that. What might you say your greatest battle or deterrent you of all time needed to conquer, like I'm not in any event going to gloss over like I was with Nicki. We separated so her fans and certain individuals they simply maintain that it should resemble okay they not together. No more him, let him be nothing, let him crumble. Let him vanish whatever, however, n 9-10 years after the fact 10-15 programs later part of music out later end. Ryways up later, lodgings like I'm still here, and you realize certain individuals could do without that. They're similar to damn why actually focusing on this when me and Nicki previously separated and she got with compliant and they resembled the greatest on the planet. What's more, we were all hamburger completed. You got to contemplate. I had two of the greatest individuals on the planet like against me, so that caused everyone to be against me, right? The entire business, definitely. So it was like no one needed to be close to me. No one needed to like work with me. Or no part of that. So it recently made everything hard, and I resembled that like that was a dull time for me. You understand what I'm saying? That resembles that truly impacted you. Do you wish you had stayed quiet about your relationship with Nicki even though no one knew until sometime later? Subscribe Apple World for more videos.